Hi, Dr. Wade here. We're here with Alexa today. She's going to show us some exercises specifically for the low back. Some of you will have challenges at times when you get up from a seated position and you feel like you can't straighten up. And that is typically when the sacrum or the tailbone is not moving back and forth like it should. It's usually due to some chronic inflammation, and what happens is it gets stuck and it's not cooperating, which is why it takes you some steps, several steps, or some walking until you can finally straighten up. Some of you actually get locked in that position and you literally can't stand up no matter how long you walk. In this case, we're going to give you a couple take-home exercises that you can do if that's happening, and you can start to open up and get your low back and tailbone some movement that's going to help you start to heal up in that area, or at least get you some crisis intervention for the time. So Alexa, go ahead and show us the first pose, which is the child's pose. And she's going to show us how to get down in that position. Now, Alexa's pretty flexible, but many of you aren't going to be able to do this as men, period, or as older men. So getting into this position is going to be a little more challenging, but if you look, she's going to spread the knees out a bit, and then she's going to slide down, walk herself down, and at any point, if you can't be this flexible, just use your arms up higher. Show us the modified version, Alexa. Good. And this may be as far as you can go. Now, in this position, once you're there, you're going to relax and breathe. You're not going to try to force. You're not going to try to push the stretch. You're literally just going to breathe, and you're going to breathe into the resistance. Think of that visually and actually physically breathe into where that resistance is. And just hang out there. And you can hang out here for 2-3 minutes. In fact, that's the recommendation, is just hang in the spot and let things start to just sag and become aware of where your body's fighting and resisting. As Alexa increases her breathing over time, over the exercise, she can literally stretch her arms further and further out in front of her with each exhalation, and her body's giving her that opportunity when she's letting go. Some of you, you won't get there because you're so tight, so irritated, and so guarded. Good job, Alexa. Next one. Show us your next stretch.
Low squat.
Yep, that'd be great. She's going to show us a low squat here. And what she's doing is she's finding a really nice center of gravity. She's balancing herself this way quite well. She's very good at this. She's actually dropping her tailbone towards the floor, and she's elongating her spine upward. It's a experientially visual thing as well as learning to mechanically elongate the spine. She's applying pressure to the inside of the knees as part of her stability, and she's basically pushing and resisting elbow against the knee both ways. So the knees are coming in and the elbows are pushing out. It's a great balance. She's also going to try to maintain that balance in a neutral spot. She's found that really centered well, so she looks very comfortable and stable. And she's literally just going to hold and breathe. This is, again, great for that very tailbone, low back area to help open that up and release some of that tension. Go ahead. You can hold this as long as you can. You could do this multiple times a day. Just do it until you start to feel like you can move better. And the key again is your breathing. Pay attention to it. You will shorten your breath when you're hurting and when you're resisting. And as you focus on your breath and open it up, you'll begin to relax throughout the whole body. Good. Thank you. Next one. She's going to show us a way to start firing the low back muscles. And she's going to arch. If you can see, she's arching the low back, and she's literally firing what's called her paraspinal muscles. Those are the back muscles that move all your vertebrae. Now, the interesting thing that people don't always get, and a research study just came out with this, and she's doing great. She's holding, and how long do you want to hold that normally?
Anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute.
30 seconds to a minute, and she's pushing the envelope as she gets closer to a minute. But she's doing great. She's firing the hamstrings. She's got her legs off the floor. She's arching and firing those muscles, and they are literally just solidly firing. She is not shaking at all, so she's doing a great job with it. But studies support that the muscles of the spine are reflexive in nature, which means it's not a conscious thing. we're thinking, what did I do to screw my low back up? It wasn't probably what you did, it's what you'd been doing up to that point, because your body's been adapting, and it's involuntary. Your spinal muscles are reflexive. They do it without your knowing, okay? So they're already guarding through that whole process. And down, good. Here's a caution in this position. For anybody who has more pain when they do this, stop, and we're going to give you an alternate. Some people with excessive curves in their low back, this will aggravate, completely aggravate things. Do not do that exercise. Try this one instead. Cat, cow rather, and the cat. So she's going to arch, very simple, but she's letting her belly hang, she's letting her chest hang, and she's elevating the bottom, the tailbone in the rear, and she's literally just trying to get those all to work together at the same time. And now up for the cow, and trying to suck the belly up to the spine and create a nice arc if you can. In this case, she's tucking the tail under, elevating the belly and the chest, and dropping the head down. And this is going to be a flexion move, and then down back towards the cat, and suddenly she's stretching the front core and starting to fire while relaxing some of the muscles in the back. So those are a few great things you can do to help ease some of the tension in your spine. Enjoy them. Like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, and we will look forward to meeting you soon. Ciao.